What's going on YouTube? Rabe here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Age of Extinction Snarl, the Dinobot. This is the final Dinobot from the Age of Extinction series, and so I'm finally, done with the Age of Extinction line, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, looking pretty cool. It's a Stegosaurus, of course, or maybe more closer to a Kentrosaurus, I'm not sure. One of those sauruses that has the spiny plates down its back, but here it says on the back, Snarl lives up to his name. If you see him smile, it usually means he's about to turn you into a pile of scrap metal. The thrill of battle is the only thing that makes him happy. Also available, of course, is Bumblebee and Hot Shot here. I don't know what the heck is on Hot Shot's legs, but that's interesting. So, of course, Stegosaurus mode, big and green and translucent, and then over here robot mode, changes in 15 steps, etc, etc, yada yada yada, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Alright, so we're just gonna go pop this guy open and check him out. Alright guys, so here is Snarl the Dinobot, and he is a green Stegosaurus, that's for sure. So you can see he's obviously got one crazy big plate up here. This is actually his weapon, and it just folds in half and plugs into his back here. And you can leave it in, you can take it out. It looks a little bit on the silly side in there, and at least on mine it doesn't really sit in straight, so you can just take that right out and put it to the side for the moment. But other than that, he's a pretty decent looking Stego. He's got some articulation. His neck can move up and down a little bit here. His head can move up and down as well, and his mouth can open and close. Pretty wide, actually. He can get some pretty good screams. So yeah, that's pretty cool. His dino shoulders are ball jointed, and he does have a very limited, but an elbow in there, which is not too bad considering that these legs in robot mode don't really do anything. So that's nice that they gave us at least a little bit of articulation, and weirdly enough, they are the soft D10 ratchets on there as well, which is kind of silly, considering, as far as I can tell, those are the only places on this guy where you find those. Everything else is just kind of hanging loose. Speaking of hanging loose, this guy's supposed to plug in a little bit tighter than that. Alright, there we go. But his back legs have a little bit of wiggle to them as well. And then, of course, there's a knee bend there, ignoring the obvious robot fists just kind of chilling out on the backs of his legs. But we'll get into those in just a bit. So he's got the spinal plates, of course, looking really cool in this translucent yellowish, greenish, just nice color. Overall, I really like this guy's color design. The weird thing is he doesn't really fit color-wise with any of the other Dinobots, because none of the other Dinobots have this like clear plastic going on, which is kind of weird, but overall not too terrible. And of course he has his tail spines back there, and some spines along the lower end of his tail, or the underside of his tail, I should say. But overall, not a bad Stegosaurus. I actually quite like his dinosaur mode. It's pretty cool. It's certainly solid. I mean, it's not quite plugged in here, but it doesn't feel loose. So yeah, really nice, solid dino mode. Now to transform this guy, what you want to do is just split the tail back here. I'm going to pull this little piece out and put it to the side for the moment. We want to take his arms and just kind of, or his back legs, which will become the arms, and flip them up like that, and then bend them out like so, so they have a little bit, they get a little wider. Then there's a little tab back here that's going to go into this slot on the dino tail, and we'll just plug it in like so. Plug it in like so. and that's gonna do that for you. For now, we'll just go right down to the legs, and you want to take basically his dino half, you can see just like that, and just pull it out like so. You can see the top and bottom of his torso. Just want to collapse that together and just snap it into place. You want to just go ahead and split the dino upper front body in half, and go ahead and take the Stegosaurus head and just flip it up into the leg. And you can see on the other side there's actually a fake dino, it's completely unpainted, but fake dino head in the other side as well to even that out, which is kind of neat. So underneath here, you just want to take the feet, pull those right out, pull these right out like so, grab the dino legs, and you can barely see it. It's going to be hard to spot. There is a little tab right there, and you can see on both sides there is a little hole right there on the foot, and you just want to kind of get those kind of sitting on there. They don't peg in securely, but they don't move around too much. Once they're on, they pretty much stay on. So there you've got your dino legs. Now for the big head reveal, you can flip that back just like so, and you can split it if you so desire. You can leave it if you prefer. Whatever works for you. I like it kind of somewhere in the middle almost. And then you just want to flip the robot head right up, and it kind of soft snaps into place there. I'll give you a quick close-up of the robot head. It is kind of crazy looking. It is actually quite crazy looking. It does not really look like a Michael Bay Transformer. But here's the big bummer. The arms, you just want to twist the elbow around, and you'll notice that the hands are stuck. So here's the elbow joint, here's the forearm, and here's the hands going at like this angle, and it's just stuck like that, unfortunately. And the only way to make it look kind of natural is to turn it and give him gorilla arms. I don't know why. I don't know what the designers were like. So they heard everyone talking. They must have heard everyone talking. We've been like, I know how long it takes to make one of these figures, and I also know how long we've been hating on gorilla arms since forever. That is the biggest weak spot of this figure, is those arms, because they really don't look good no matter how you pose them, unless you pose them just like this, which is a huge shame. But I'll put him right back there, and you can take the club here from the tail, and you can use it as a separate weapon, or you can go ahead and open this guy, use this as a separate weapon, or you can combine them just like so, and you've got yourself a pretty sweet Energon axe that you can slip into his gorilla arms, or gorilla hands, and he can hold like this, or, you know, he can hold like that if you want to twist his hand correctly in the correct position. Yeah, that's really huge oversight, in my opinion. And maybe nothing humble about my opinion, but it is my opinion, and, you know, this is my YouTube channel. I can have that opinion if I want. But yeah, that's a huge bummer, I think. So there you go. But other than that, he's got all the articulation going on. He does have a limited but ball-jointed head. You can twist it around. He gets a little bit of wiggle up and down out of that. He does have these swivel shoulders. They go in, they go out, they go that, and he does have a bicep swivel, and you'll need it to try and make his arms look somewhat presentable. He does have a wrist swivel, but what for? No waist articulation. He's got ball-jointed hips. He's got a thigh swivel. He's got knees going on there. He's got knees for days. And he's got the foot wiggle as well. So it's a bummer. It's a huge bummer, because this guy looks like super cool. I think design-wise, he's one of my favorite Dinobots. However, his arms just suck. Like, they really almost ruin the figure because he's got this weapon that he really can't successfully use, other than just, you know, straight like that. And what's the point of having an elbow if you can't use it? But again, he does look pretty cool, and we'll just stand him up here. I've only got a few of the Dinobots with me today, unfortunately, but we'll put him with a couple of his brethren. Here he is with Grimlock back here. There we go. Come on, Grimlock, stand up. Or lean against him, that's fine too. We got ourselves some scorn action going on here. If you want to stand up, you gonna play nice, Scorn? There we go. And of course, Strafe or Swoop or whatever you want to call him. It doesn't matter. I don't care. The blue one. Here he is with the blue one. Alright, there we go. So yeah, they make a really cool looking team. It's just a bummer that every last one of them at some point, with the exception of maybe Scorn, has some like crazy arm or hand or leg thing that just makes them a bummer to play with. So, it's crummy, it's sad, but overall, not a terrible figure, just that one thing that damages it so much. But looks-wise, I think he looks cool, definitely looks cool, and really rounds out the team. Although I will say, like, looking through my camera, he does look very Waspinator-esque. But that's just me. Anyway, that's going to do it for the Dinobots from Age of Extinction, and that is going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. Don't stay tuned for more Age of Extinction stuff. There probably won't be any. But look forward to Combiner Wars? Question mark? But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.